Hello folks, this is Nif13 here, giving a simple tutorial as to how to play Minecraft. Here I will be going through the various keyboard settings that will allow you to enjoy the game, and these keyboards are basically the beginning as to your adventures in playing Minecraft. So first of all, I want to show you what the escape key can do. So the escape key is the top left corner key on your keyboard. When you press the escape key, you will see the game menu. Simply go into options and go into controls, and this will show you all the keybinds that maps the keyboard to the different actions that you can use in game. If you ever lost and you want to always go back for a quick review as to what the keys do, simply just go into this menu to see what the keys can do. Alright, so first of all, let's talk about the movements. So simply move front, left, strafe right, and this is your WSAD key. Okay, moving the mouse around will show you basically the camera view of all the environment around you. Right-clicking an item will allow you to place certain blocks, and then left-clicking the item will allow you to break certain blocks. To a certain extent, almost every single block in game can be broken simply just with left-clicking. However, having the certain right tools will make your task a lot easier. Shovel is not a good tool for breaking lumber, so is neither pickaxe. If you want to break a tree or a log or lumber, the fastest to do it is simply use an axe. Much faster. Same thing, if I wish to break a piece of dirt, axe is not good for breaking dirt, neither is pickaxe. However, it can be done if you were to wait there long enough. I cannot emphasize enough that using the right tool will simply make your gameplay more enjoyable, as you will spend time more efficiently doing the task you would like to do. Right-click a chest will open the chest because you're interacting with it, and then left-click the block or the item that you want to interact with will place the item in between the locations that you're dropping the items to. If you were to use a shift key while you're selecting items, the items simply immediately drop to the beginning of your hotbar or the beginning of the chest. If you pick up the item and then you drag it across the boxes, the game will interpret it as basically you spreading the item into even categories. If you were to right click the item, then basically you're having the item. Here I will shift left click in order to put the items back into the boxes quickly. If you were to press the E key will basically show you your current inventory. So inside the top left corner you see I'm wearing basically a head decoration as well as some golden chest armor. Simply shift left click so I can quickly put the armor on. If I wish to craft certain items, I have to basically interact with the little green book. The green book will tell me what I currently can or cannot make. So currently it says with the items I have in my inventory, I cannot craft any items. Let's go grab a block which I can use to craft items. So once again, you can see that I can make spruce planks or spruce wood. If I wish to make spruce planks, simply just click the spruce planks and it will tell me the recipes I need in order to create spruce planks. To obtain spruce planks, I simply left click the spruce planks, which will then give me the items in question. Now that I have spruce planks in my inventory, I can further create additional items. I recommend to always craft with a craft box. This is what a craft box will look like. Right click on the craft box will open up a crafting grid, which will give you additional recipes that you can create items with. So here it says I can create a wooden sword. To create a wooden sword, I will need to have these following items. Simply right click the wooden sword and I will be able to obtain the wooden sword through the crafting table. There's a lot more things you can do with the E key in regards to the inventory organization. However, this is a very basic tutorial to get you started on understanding how the inventory box works. If you wish to move quickly, press the left control key, which will allow you to dash. Dashing is only possible when your hunger meter is maxed out. What is the hunger meter, you say? I shall explain right now. I just jump onto the ladder. In order to use the ladder, jump with the space key and hold on to the ladder by continually holding on to the space key. Now I'll explain what would happen if you take damage. So as you can see, I'm really high up on the ground. What would happen if I were to fall? If I fall into the bottom of water, I would not take any fall damage. However, if I were to fall, let's say, not into a body of water, but from a certain height, I will take damage. That's called the fall damage. However, you can see that my damage is being recovered quickly right now due to the fact that I have a full hunger meter. So the hunger meter is the chicken legs that are currently displayed on the right side of my health meter. You can see I no longer seem to recover health anymore, and that my hunger meter is starting to go down. Your hunger meter decreases as you're sprinting across the field and as you're performing certain actions. This represents that you're now going hungry. If you wish to eat food, simply make sure that you're selecting the item inside your hotbar. So in this case, I have cooked chicken, and then hold on to it with your right hand and then right click. Here you can see I'm eating the chicken. Since I've just replenished my hunger meter, I'm able to regenerate my health again. How do I select the items, you said? You can use the number keys on your keyboard to select the different items inside your item slots. Or on the mouse, you can use your middle mouse key to scroll across the items. You can also switch items between your right and left hand by pressing the F key. You can see here, I'm moving the chicken from my right hand to my left hand. I can use this opportunity to pick up additional items, such that I can potentially use 2 items to interact with. Experiment with this at your own advantage, so you can see the best possible setup for your right and left hand. In future videos, I'll go over combat and I'll show you the advantage of holding a shield on the left hand while holding a sword on the right hand. That will give you the ability to block incoming damage while dealing damage with your right hand. There are many other blocks you can interact with by simply right-clicking. This is an oven. As I right-click it, you can see the oven or the furnace is able to produce raw cloth into cooked cod. To cook items, we need to have fuel. Charcoal is an example of a fuel. I'm selecting the raw cod from the other furnace, and I'm putting it together, stacking it, so you can see I have 13 raw cod in this furnace. Simply place the charcoal underneath, and the charcoal is turned into fire, which will now cook the raw cod. The fish is now cooked, and we can harvest it, and it now becomes a food source. Now I would explain how to do basic combat in Minecraft. Make sure you select a certain tool or a certain weapon, as that will increase your damage output. You can attack enemies with bare fists, however, that is not recommended as you will spend a lot of time fighting strong enemies. An axe is considered a very effective weapon towards skeletons, and here I will show you that with the correct weapon, you can kill the enemy quickly. However, with a wrong weapon, it will drastically increase the time it takes to kill the enemy. So now it takes me multiple hits to kill the enemy. Other weapons in game includes axe, sword, bows and arrow. Here I'll explain how bows and arrows work. Simply right click and hold on to in order to stretch the bow and then release to shoot the arrow. The longer the draw, the further the distance and the more damage it will do. If you feel that you can't hit the enemy but you would like to just kneel down a little bit to give you better angles, simply hold on to the shift key. The shift key also functions as a sneak button, which will allow you to hover on the edge of blocks without falling down. I will press the F5 to show you what I look like when I'm sneaking. So you can see I can effectively walk on the very edge of the block, almost looks like I'm hovering without falling down. Press F5 to return to your normal view. Sneaky will decrease your speed, however, it basically makes it safer to travel on dangerous grounds where you can potentially fall off and do damage to yourself. If you wish to talk to somebody in-game, press the T to open up the chat. Here you can type whatever message you wish, and the people will be able to see your messages. If you wish to talk to specifically one person, make sure you do the / tell, and then hit the spacebar to select the person you would like to talk to. Here I'm going to press the tab key to highlight the entire name of the person I would like to talk to, and I will send the message. In this case, this function would be pointless as I'm basically talking to myself in secret. Secret talk is known as whispers. So once again, press T, type the player name, or you simply just type your message, and you'll be able to chat in the chat box. If you simply hit tab, you will be able to cycle through all the players that you would like to interact with right now. Without going to the T chat box, if you simply hold tab, you'll see all the players that are currently online as well as the connections. The more green bars, the better the connections. The less green bars, the more problem their connections could potentially be. Items in your hand that you like to drop and get rid of, simply press Q. However, be very careful. Items you drop in this way by pressing Q can be picked up by any other players. If you have items you simply do not want to throw them away, simply press Q long enough that press Q and leave the item on the ground long enough that eventually the item will be erased by the game. If you shift and press Q, you'll drop the entire stack. Or you simply can just hit Q fast enough. I'm too close to the item here. You can simply select the item in the inventory and then drop it outside your inventory, which also functions as Q. It is important to select the right tool for the task at hand. It will drastically improve your efficiency and makes the gameplay more enjoyable. So damage can be sustained in multiple ways. One is to be attacked by the enemy mob, so the monsters will constantly attack you. In this case, I'm in a very safe environment, which makes the monsters not so threatening. However, when you're outside in the world during nighttime, monsters will spawn whenever there's darkness available, and these monsters will do damage to you. It is important to constantly pay attention to your food bar to make sure that you're able to regenerate. If not, you will probably die very quickly. If you die in game, do not worry, you will not lose items as long as you're not in the netherworld. Netherworld is another dimension which I will talk about in future videos. And that summarizes all the basic understandings of Minecraft keyboard controls. And once again, whenever you're lost, press the escape key, go into options control, and look up all the key bindings. That will tell you what the functions do. And I conclude this video. This is NIF 13 giving a basic introduction as to key binding and how to play Minecraft basics. If you have more questions, please ask me either in-game or you can ask me in Slack channels. Please look forward to my next video, and I will see you then.